Hi, it's Joy. Today I'm going to be watching Ted Lasso Season 1 Episode 5, Tan Lines. Thank you so much, Kevin, for sponsoring this show. I have no idea what to expect from this episode with the title Tan Lines, but we will see. I'm sure it's going to be a ridiculous adventure regardless. Let's go.
Morning, Ted. Hey, Hagen.
Oh dear.
It's on top or
Shall we dance?
oh, it's from King. Anyway, if I'm hearing those tunes, I'm
Sharing of feelings is because I opened up to you about my ex-husband at the gala.
yes, ma'am.
Well,
That's how friendship
I
works.
bet deep down you kind of dig we're getting so close, right?
I do.
She's here to destroy you.
I do not.
Well, I hope it goes well for him with his family. Regardless, he's going to get to see his son, so that's something.
And Jamie, thank you. Whenever I break up with someone, I spend months questioning it, wondering if I made a huge fucking mistake. But you have really helped me to feel good about this decision.
Good.
By being you.
Yep.
You're welcome.
What?
Jamie pass. Jamie cross.
Oh, Sam was more open than the jar of peanut butter on my kitchen counter. Oh, that's right. Y'all don't know I like to keep the peanut butter open. That way, whenever I walk by, I can just stick my finger.
Fucking good idea, to be fair.
Yeah, it is. Now look, when Sam is that
He's
open,
so
get
convinced
past
about
me,
Ted.
okay?
But why? Even when Sam's open, Sam is still shit.
I heard my name. What did he say?
Oh,
Okay,
Sam.
guys, we gotta play like a
Oh.
That is a lot longer run than he thinks that.
metaphor. Oh, y'all meet me halfway, but hey, that's all right. Hey, buddy. Oh, you got it. Ooh.
Oh.
How about that?
We've lost 4 matches in a row and we're facing relegation. But why be sorry? I think it's all going rather smashing.
Remember, you're trying to destroy this club for some reason.
No judgment, but are you back with that twat?
Bon appetit.
We're done. God, I love that you care though. I'll kiss you on the mouth. I can reach those lips.
I love Keely.
If any of the other players needed some branding work done, is that something you'd be interested in?
I don't want you to offer me a job just because I was nice to you in the loo the other night.
Why not?
Does she want to try and make Jamie jealous by getting Keely to work with the others? Or is she actually trying to help?
So not a hand.
So at the moment, I would say, I feel like this show is going to go down the path of Rebecca's going to regret trying to destroy the club because she's going to come to care about people within it. And I think surely the way to truly beat her dick ex-husband is to completely eradicate his name from this club and to turn around and be like, this club has just won the premiership because we did it without him. You know, I don't know, I feel like that would be the best way to rub it in his shoulders, you know, to even have the team outwardly tweet anti-him stuff.
You fucking wanker.
Hey, Baz, fellas, this is my wife, Michelle.
Absolute pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Lasso.
Nice recovery.
Well executed.
She's Coach's wife. She's heard it. Already done, bud?
Yeah, probably should be.
Ooh. I'm sorry about that. How much of the time?
Bring them over to my place and we can look at them together. Maybe we're naked.
You're not together anymore, dick.
Thank you again, Jamie.
Prick. The fact that you would choose to be with him is frankly mind-blowing.
I'm not with him. We broke up. We're working together, actually. And who asked you anyway, huh?
Right.
They like each other so much.
So,
In training, Sam was wide open and Jamie wouldn't pass to him. But Sam was wide open.
Yep.
That's what I'm dealing with.
She texted him already. And he answered.
Yeah.
6 hands are better than 4.
Oh. I can't see her uprooting her entire life to England. But I hope for his sake they can find a way to work.
don't you fuck up the match.
I can make us some breakfast.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I think I'm just a little jet-lagged is all.
She want to break up with him or something?
You gotta talk to me.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Some pants. Come on.
It is so hard. I think they sound like they have been trying. You can grow apart, you can still love someone but not be in love with them. There are so many messy things, but
Marriage, just so, so complicated, so many different
I adore that
challenges.
Nate is in on this.
I think
Me being around so much was doing more harm than good.
Sometimes you do need space to work out what you really feel.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? If you're with the right person, even the hard times are easy.
You need to work it through it.
Think they do 999 here?
It is 999. Yeah.
You should know that just in case you have an emergency.
Of AFC Richmond.
Right, everyone get in a fucking circle, let's go!
Come on, team. He is not a team player.
I say, man, sometimes you remind me of my grandma with channel hopping. Just push all the wrong buttons.
Well, then, all of your yeehaw bullshit, and in exchange, I'll keep ignoring you because this team is tragic. Does that sound fair? Hands in.
This dick.
I'd love to hash out some of the nuances there, but I'm not having the best of my day. Hey, big guy, there he is. Hey.
Hey, Tart.
Hello, little lads.
What do you say to my shirt?
Oh.
Right, turn around. Good boy.
He can be sweet. He's just a dick the rest of the time. It's one of the players called Snape. I love that.
Only 6 minutes. Richmond are 2-0 down.
Holy shit! They are terrible at this game. Like, at the end of the day, it's not just the strikers that aren't doing a good job. It's not just Jamie who doesn't pass. The defense are clearly shit. The goalkeeper are clearly shit. Oh. Good job.
In the 29th minute.
What's he yelling?
Me.
Now I have Baby Shark in my head. God, I hate Jamie. It's a team game. Is Jamie aware of the concept of a team?
Oh, you're saying meat. Yeah, yours makes a lot more sense.
Oh. Free kick. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Excuse me, mate.
Oi! Check on your fucking teammate!
Oh Lord. Yep.
Sam?
Yeah.
The physios are...
No, but I've wanted to. I'm actually a bit jealous.
We haven't seen this since 2001 in Newcastle.
It doesn't even hurt anymore. But everyone was making such a fuss. I thought I should just stay down.
Yep. That is what...
Listen, I'm going to pull you up. I'm going to pretend to limp very badly. I'm going to gesture like you think can bravely go on. You don't love it. Oh, okay.
That is what footballers do.
Obisanya is on his feet, but can he continue?
Okay.
That is what they do. They're so funny. They dive. I mean, I think he did get fouled, but they dive. And then they're like, oh, they roll around in agony.
Go for glory. With Tarp, that's usually a rhetorical question.
That was a good free kick.
And Richmond have to wonder, where would Richmond be without him?
See, what shows you that they don't like him is even when the player runs by themselves, the team congregate with them. The team are with them.
That's some real impressive cardio from
You're the manager, so whatever you decide, you have my full support.
Thanks, boss.
Keely's face. I am so here for benching Jamie, the little prick. She's happy because it means they're going to lose the game in her opinion. I am so ready for this. I mean, they may lose the game, but do not care.
And with less than a minute remaining in the half.
Yeah, he would have just probably done the changeover at the half-time mark, but...
Hey, way to play out there. Way to get us back in.
Shut up. Fucking stupid swat.
The referee looks at his watch, and that's half-time.
That was very satisfying. Is he gone? What a knob. Oh.
Got ourselves a tie game.
This is a team, I like it.
Nice work. Most of the time, change is a good thing. I think that's
I love how much Roy is engaged with Ted as a coach.
Maybe
Oh, Ted, you
the only way you can truly help her be happy.
bless you. Her being the game of football.
Obviously, by her, I'm referring to lady football.
Good save. Never really liked her.
We know, Roy.
Everybody.
I never really liked her. We know. Oh.
One man to me, he could take it himself, but he makes the extra pass to a wide open Obistania.
I know it's a fictional TV show, but that was so cool. I'm so happy. That is a true player. Kent could have been selfish. He could have just gone for the goal. Maybe he would have scored. But he crossed. Yes. And he'll have an assist to his name. I'm so happy. Just pass him off.
Took balls what you did.
That's all we got in balls, Roy. That's all we got.
I love it.
Yeah, kind of like back in the 80s. Bad meant good.
They literally made it a term of endearment now. Oh. You'd think they'd won the whole league, but...
Let us see, huh?
Oh.
About the first time we met. Back in school.
They were that long together.
Being the only... So random. No way for us to know it was going to be the start of something.
I told you.
You snuck up on a woman in a parking lot at night. Yeah, well done.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yes.
I'm also an idiot, yes.
I really think they'd be good together.
Shell, there's something I could do or something I could say that would make you be happy. Just being with me, I'd do it. I'd do it in a nanosecond.
I suppose it's been a long time they've been trying.
I'm gonna be okay. Yeah?
It's so awful as well that he's so far away, so he can't even have his son every other week, you know?
You're not quitting, Ted. You're just letting me go.
Oh. I feel so bad for him.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna see you the second after the season's over, okay?
And we gonna talk every day?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we are.
Guy, you know it. Okay, man.
They could visit one more time. They make enough money. They're not exactly hard on cash. Although, are we near the end of the season? I've no idea actually when I need to go over the... Although there's Christmas lights, aren't they? So yeah. I really respect Ted as a man. Like, I think as a person, he's just... There aren't really many people like him with that much integrity, unfortunately. This should be such a night of celebration. They got their first victory. Oh, and sitting on a wet bench. You know you're sad when you sit on a wet bench voluntarily.
Oi, wanker. Good job tonight.
Thank you, sir.
He's not alone. Okay, I feel so bad for Ted with, you know, his marriage kind of breaking up with... It's so hard because people do change, people do grow, and I think in a way, probably by the time they noticed the damage was done, it wasn't really something that could be fixed. Whereas if along the way you realise you're kind of growing apart, you can maybe try and spend more time together or notice each other more, but obviously those things didn't work, and she was just going to be miserable, increasingly so, and that would make him miserable, and that would be a terrible environment for their son to grow up in. It'll be confusing by their son either way, but I think at least this way they're having a very healthy split, which is really a sign of Ted's character, because in some ways people would argue that his wife was being selfish because she's kind of like, oh, you know, I love you, but I'm just not as in love with you as I used to be, therefore I want to end our family. But there is so much more to it than that. You know, traditionally people would stay in marriages a lot longer, but they wouldn't be happy, and I think that is something that there is a key difference between realising you're not happy and trying to make the best of it for both of you so that you can both potentially find something better, and realising you're unhappy and then having an affair. So I think that was a very mature way that relationship has reached this ending. I don't know whether they'll be like filing divorce papers now or whether they'll just be separating a bit more like officially. But I think Ted made a very difficult decision, but also a very necessary one to go forwards. Rebecca is struggling with the fact that she cares about Keely and she cares about Ted. I think also the fact that he pulled off a really risky move and it paid off, they managed to win the game. The fact that the fans were kind of endearingly calling him wanker rather than anything else, and they had his son and all that kind of thing, like that was good PR. Jamie is a dick. He's a dick in his personal life and he's a dick as a player. He's not a team player. Now when you watch football, I have no idea whether it's the same in American football, like if a striker scores, often with their momentum, they will keep running and they will run away from the rest of the team. But the rest of the team follows them and hugs them and yeah. When Jamie scores, the team kind of congregates together a little bit. Jamie runs away and they all just let him. Which shows you that even his loyal followers think he's a dick. And it's the whole concept of Jamie is not a team player. Pulling him out of the game was extraordinarily risky, especially just like a second before halftime. I feel like that could have been done over halftime. But sometimes you need to do things like that. Sometimes it's not about whether or not we're winning. The team is suffering because of Jamie's presence. The team is suffering because Jamie is hogging all of the attention and putting it all on himself and just not being a team player. So by taking him out of the equation, they can all grow, they can all figure out what works. And I'm so proud of Sam for finishing the goal. I'm so proud of Roy for crossing and not just going for glory, because sometimes those glory shots work. But yeah, that was just, it was really good. I genuinely felt a bit like I was watching the football match, even though there kind of was the momentum that made me think we probably were going to score. I was still like, ooh, ooh, ooh. That was still, it was really good. It was really well done. I am going to nitpick little things when I think they're not doing things accurately, just because why can't they do it accurately? Why couldn't there have been some extras around Sam when he was on the field? Like, genuinely, in football, all the time they dive. They get like the slightest nudge, and they're like, ah. Actually, no, probably they get nudged here, and then they clap my face, and then they fall on the floor, and they roll around screaming in agony. They get a free kick, and if they try and get a card against the other player, and then they get up 2 minutes later and they're totally fine. But if they stay down for longer than like a couple of seconds, longer than a little bit, like the length of time Sam was down for, the physios run on. It's just what they do. And again, it's part of time wasting. Some of their players get water. It should be taken out of football. But when that happens, the physios would have been on there. And I know that's such a tiny detail to be this pedantic about, but I'm sorry, it wouldn't have been that hard to get a couple of extras on. But Jamie is beyond the prima donna. You know, I think a lot of the players that act like that, Ronaldo I reckon is a bit like that, or at least definitely used to be, that have that attitude of I'm the greatest, and maybe they do have problems. The problems tend to be behind closed doors. The problems tend to be in training and in the locker room at half time, not on the pitch. Jamie is, obviously because it's a comedy and TV show, Jamie is one step extra. That man needs to be whacked down to earth. Because it doesn't matter how much talent you have, if you're a horrible, dickish person who's that selfish, AFC Richmond isn't going to be the only club that's going to decide to bench you. Were he to make it big, were he to get to one of the top Premier League clubs or even like a top club in Europe, they would bench him and get rid of him too, because they would be like, what an arsehole. So if anything, Ted is actually helping him by benching him. It's very interesting to see that he did not stick around. He stripped off that shirt and he left. I hope Keely does take a job with the club, but I'm still unsure whether Rebecca is offering that because she wants to look out for Keely, because she's kind of made a connection with her, and this will be something that can help her like get a real sort of stable job as well with her income, or if this is something where she's trying to make Jamie jealous against, or like play Jamie off against the other players by having Keely around all the other men. Jamie will be like, oh, my woman. I think we may well have some of that coming up anyway, because Keely and Roy are falling for each other, and Jamie and Roy already despise each other. Now Jamie can't really talk because he's already moved on too, but we will see. I genuinely would not mind if we just got rid of Jamie, like send him out on loan to some other club. We don't need him anymore. And then when his contract's up, get rid of him, like sell him elsewhere. That would work for me. I don't know if they're in the transfer window right now, but I'm excited to see how it goes next. The fact that we've won the club, the fact that they call him a wanker endearingly. I do wonder if wanker was viewed as like was really a word used in America, if they would be allowed to use it as much as they do, because obviously here, I mean, I've started going to I haven't really been to that many football matches in person, but I started going to rugby league matches when I was quite young, and the referee's a wanker very much is a phrase that you hear a lot. I know there used to be this man that used to go with my dad and my cousins, and he would swear, he would be like, fuck off, fucking rah, and then he'd turn around and he'd be like, I'm very sorry. It was funny. Yeah, so like, I just think it's funny because you don't hear any other language like that, but that word, which here is, you know, it's not the worst of words. It's one that's used a lot at sport matches, but it's not a great word. I guess if his son goes back to America and starts talking about those wankers who think a lot, at least maybe they won't know what he means to know it's offensive. I don't think he should have told him it was a good word. I think he should have told him, oh, but it's an adult word. Children don't use it. No, this was good. It was lovely to see Ted with his son and to see that bond and what a good father he is and how difficult this is going to be for him. But I really respect him as a coach. I think he's learning the rules of the game, which is very important, but he cares about this team and he cares about making it so that they're not just a group of disparate players, that they are a team. And I think that is how they're going to thrive. That is, the best teams work well as teams. Often when you watch like international football games, because the players rarely train as a team, they're all often normally in their own clubs. Sometimes you can see some of the most talented players in the squad, but they don't mesh, they don't work because they're not really a team, they're just a group of talented players. And Ted is really working on bringing them together. Roy really respects that, and I think a lot of the others are as well. I might go back and rewatch Jamie finding out he's being benched because it was so beautiful to my eyes. And they won the game, that was everything. And thank you so much, Kevin, for sponsoring this show, and thank you for watching.